We keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown, before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up. What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be a final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We live it. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint, you got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine. if you might miss it. Shine, go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're like a
Hey everyone, welcome. Oh, actually, I realized I had my sound on in the VIP room, so you guys are probably listening to me sing, right? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, they were listening to me sing. I didn't realize I'd left my sound on, but that means that when we came in here, there was actually sound. That's excellent. All right, guys, welcome to Monday Mentoring with Sally. I'm never going to get it right. I think it just needs to go back. I will get it right. Never say never. Never say never. All right, guys. So, hi. Hi, I'm Sally Sparks Cousins, and I am the founder of the Sparkle Class Academy, the creator of the Freedom Funnel Formula, and I am your automation nerd and lover of sexy numbers. But today we are talking about why sometimes you just feel like quitting it all. And I'm going to show you a formula and a system that you can use that is going to help you so that you can keep your head in the game, make sure you've got the right systems in place you're implementing, and inevitably you are able to help other people. Because if you're following me, then it's probably because you truly have this inbuilt, innate urge, want, need to transform other people's lives, to help people wide and far, right? So if you're brand new here to the Sparkle World, before we get off and kick into today's content, I'm going to let you know what happens here every single Monday if you're over in the Canadian side of the world, or if you're here in the APAC Australia side of the world on a Tuesday. This is called Mentoring with Sally. And if you're brand new, put the word new in the comments below. And if you are a lifer, you know what to do. You put some sparkle hearts in there, baby, because it means sparkle love. All right, so here we go. This is Mentoring with Sally. We come in here every single week, unless it's a public holiday. And even when I'm sick, I get a team member to cover for me. So we're here every single week. And if you want to ensure that you don't miss out on any of our live events, you want to go there because we keep all our live events updated on our calendar. So what happens in this session is we teach for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to give you some great content. And then, of course, we've got our VIPs, so our Freedom Funnel Accelerator students who are joining us in the room, and those who are also in our mentoring program as well. And they are allowed to join us too. And then we do live Q&A out here. That's hour one, done and dusted. Hour two, we actually go dark. We go dark. On the dark side of the moon, what happens is I look through funnels. I look at sexy numbers. We set our weekly goals. We make sure you're on track from last week. I touch base with those who had joined us. So we get a lot of shit done inside the VIP room. I want to say hi to those VIPs. Hello, VIPs that are slowly starting to make their way in. A lot of the VIPs, they're all shy this morning. A lot of the VIPs do come in after the live stream because they do prefer to watch it out on the live stream. But if you're here in the live stream, maybe I call on you to do your key takeaways and all the things. Sarah's turned her camera on. Hi, Sarah. So that's what happens here inside of Monday Mentoring. So let's dig into today's content, shall we? Hey, that's not supposed to do that. Let's click this little button. Oh, that's not meant to do it that either. Hang on. Wrong one, Sally, wrong one. This is the one we want. So how can we stop from giving up. And it's a system. It's a formula. And when you know things, it's in the knowing, then you can actually make sure that you're keeping your head in the game, you've got the right systems and processes in place, and therefore you can go forward and help everybody. So today what I'm going to share with you is a system that we call ESIP. So we have E, we have S, we have I, and we have P. Okay, so what happens is these three things are going to help you remember whenever you're doing anything in your business or in your life, you can use this strategy to help you to decide what to do, how to do it, and ongoing. So let's start with the letter E. Who out there has heard the term, it's 80% mindset? Yes, it's 80% mindset, which is you got to keep your head in the game. You've got to do mind exercises. Look up. So this first one is your environment. Okay, so environment, which is this, your grey matter. What's going on up in here? So we need to make sure that we keep it healthy. We need to make sure that when, things aren't feeling good, we go back in here and ask ourselves, what's happening? Why are our thought patterns or our feelings affecting what we're actually doing? And to ensure that we've got a really good environment, our grey matter, there's a few things you can do. One, get yourself a coach, okay? I have a coach. I actually have a couple of coaches. In our business budget every year, we budget for a coach. We have a business coach, a mindset coach, and also I get help from other paid professionals because you don't know what you don't know, right? Sometimes you're so in the weeds that you need people to help you. So get this environment right. So 1, get yourself a coach. 2, immerse yourself in educating yourself on how to keep your thought processes healthy. So I always listen to podcasts. I don't read, I'm a listener. So I'll read audiobooks. I will look at anything I can do in regards to how to stay strong in the mind, learning all different formulas and strategies like this one that will help me when I need it most. Now, the other one is to find mentors to look up to. So looking up doesn't mean that, I just wish I was where they are. Looking up to them makes you remind yourself, wow, look where I will be one day. And it's a belief in what it is that you do and where you are right now on the line. So when I talk about the line, there's this line, right? I'm going to draw a line over here. There's this line, right? And here you are right here on this line. Okay, now your people, are up here. Your mentors are up here. And what you want to do is you want to look up to them. And by looking up to them, you can grab onto them and you can learn from them. What are they doing to keep their mindset right? What are they doing? And then down here, these are your people. They're where you were 5 minutes ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, before you figured out what it is that you figured out. And guess what? They're looking up to you, where you are here on the line. So know you are exactly where you are supposed to be. So number 1, your environment. It's 80% mindset. You need to make sure that this bugger right here is well hydrated. You look after it. You do some mindfulness, meditation, whatever it takes to keep your head in the game. And I can tell you from past experience, I went through burnout. Not just like, oh, I want to quit. I mean full-blown burnout. I could not get out of bed for nearly 4 months. When I did get up, I did not feel like working my business. My neurons weren't firing in the right way. I became a hermit. I just became a hermit. And was it 4 months? Yeah, it was 4 months. I was still pottering on the side. But what I did was I stopped getting help. I just let everything become overwhelming and I wanted to give up. All right. So up here, your mindset. Now, the next thing is once we've got our head right, we believe we can do what we can do, and we keep coming back to it. It never ends. You keep coming back and it's a muscle. You know, your brain is a muscle and you've got to keep working it in regards to positivity, keep moving forward, all of those things. Now, the next part of the thing is we call them the systems. So the processes. Now, you need to have systems in place. You need to have a plan. You need to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you're going after you get it done. Because if you don't have a plan, imagine if I told you to, go for a drive. Where are you going? What's the destination? What do I have to do? Right? What if you didn't even know how to drive the car and I told you to go for a drive? You didn't know. You got to grab the keys. You got to put it in. Well, most of the time you beep the button, put them in the accelerator, put your seatbelt on. There's a system, right? So you need to know that you need a plan, a system in place. Otherwise, you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, posting all over social media, hoping something sticks. Who feels like that? Who feels like they are just constantly hustling all the time? They're doing, but just never seeming to get anything done. Robin says, know the feeling. You feel like you just are throwing spaghetti at the wall. It's like, will this roller coaster ride ever stop? That's why you need a system. So you have a plan, and then what happens is once you have the plan, you can move into implementation. Okay, I'll just sort of go there so you can see it. Then you move into implementation. You see, what so many people are doing is they're doing. They're just doing, without an actual strategy and a plan to get things done. I'm literally just going to rub that line out a little bit so it's not covering my face. Oh, I got a white dot on my nose. Okay. So once you've got the system in place, then you can move to implementation. Okay? Otherwise, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what numbers you've got to track and all of the things. And then once you do the doing, then you can inevitably help all the people that you want to help, that you want to transform lives for. You see, this stuff up here, this is what we call above the line thinking. Environment and systems, the E and the S, is above the line thinking. You see, if you just do without making sure that your mind is in the right place and your plan is laid out clearly for you, then all the doing isn't going to get you anywhere and you'll never get to that destination of transforming everybody's lives. So make sure if you are feeling like you are wanting to give up, if you feel like a hamster on a running wheel and you're just not getting any traction and you're not getting anywhere, I want you to stop for a moment and I want you to ask yourself, One, am I working on my environment, my mindset, my positivity every day, every single day? Can I go to bed at the end of the day and say, you know what, I did that thing to keep my brain positive? Now, I'm not saying be positive all the time. If the world was amazing and rainbows and unicorns everywhere and it was sparkles, guess what? You wouldn't notice the sparkles and the rainbows and the unicorns because they're everywhere. You will go through hard times. You will have bad days. But the difference between those that are successful and those that aren't, those that succeed and actually keep at this game for not just a year or two, but 5, 10, and 20 years' time, is they have their mindset well adjusted and they have a plan. It doesn't mean that the map and the plan doesn't change and pivot. It just means as of right now, I'm doing everything I can possibly do to make sure that I have a good mindset. I have a plan to follow right now so that and then you implement. But then you don't go off and chase another sparkly ball and find another new system. You implement and you keep fixing it and making it better. You don't just build one thing, go throw your heads in the air and go, oh, it's not working, the funnel's not working, no one likes me, and go and chase another shiny ball. So I want you to ensure you're staying above the line with your thinking. You have a plan in place, then you can step into implementation. And that is how you can help yourself from stop giving up. Now, you see, there are many times that you will feel like giving up. There will be. It's just part of what it is that we do. But what you're going to do is you're going to keep coming back and asking yourself, what can I do for my mind? And what system am I following right now? What method? Who am I following that's giving me the answers? Because everything I do, I have a guide. Whether it's a coach or even somebody that I look up to that doesn't even know I exist. I still have a guide and a system and a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. And when you're thinking about so there's a couple of things that happen in your mind that will hold you back from doing and setting a plan. All right, so you'll get one or two things. You'll usually get a feeling, right? You get this feeling of, oh, there's just so much to do. At the beginning of the journey, it feels like you've got everything under control. You think you're going to be amazing at the beginning of this entrepreneurial journey. Let me share with you what is called the Dunning-Kruger Effect. And this happens when we're starting out in business or we're transitioning into a new system or formula, right? Now, with the Dunning-Kruger Effect, I'm just going to bring up a new screen. Here we go. With the Dunning-Kruger Effect, when you first begin, what you've got over this side, oh, hang on, we're going to come back to the right screen. Let's try that again. All right. So with the Dunning-Kruger Effect, what happens is when you start something new, you're full of excitement or you think you know it all, it's going to be amazing, and you've got this like, it's going to be awesome, amazing, I can do this feeling, right? And this is over here. This is what is over this side. This is your confidence. I'm going to write over here, confidence. Okay, so that's your confidence. And you think about this thing you want to do, and then all of a sudden you get up here and you're super confident. that you are going to be able to achieve your dreams, or that thing that you know, like whether it's in mindset, marketing, this is where, dumb people act really smart because they think they know it all and they haven't yet learned it. And then along the bottom here, okay, this is what we call competence. And what happens, this is your competence, and this is time, okay, as you learn more things. Now, what happens is we start this project and we get, yes, it's going to be amazing. I have this new business or this new marketing strategy. It's going to be awesome. And then you start learning. You start learning, or you start reviewing, and you start refining your offer, your messaging, and you're like, oh, I didn't know as much as I thought I did. And then all of a sudden, you plummet. And you realize you didn't know as much as you thought you knew. But what happens with time is eventually you get through the system and the implementation, and slowly your competence goes up, and so does your confidence. But guess what? You'll never be as high as you are back here, because this is stupid confidence. I don't know how else to say it. It's like you think you know it all. It's like a teenager. Right? A teenager thinks they know all the answers to everything. And as they get older, as you get older, you realize, oh my God, there is so much more to learn. Right? This is pre-25. By the time you get to sort of 25, you're starting to head down here. By the time you're 30, you're like, holy shit. And your 40s, you start to creep back up again, right? Because as we start to learn things, we get more competent in whatever area it is. But you'll never be as confident as you were when you were a kid, or you were when you first started the thing, because you didn't know anything. And I see this time and time again when people start our program. Okay, they've already got an offer in place. They already know what it is that they want to sell. Well, they believe that every piece is in the right place and there's nothing to change. And then what happens is they actually start working through the program, and they're like, oh, wow, actually things aren't exactly the way they should be, and I've missed a few gaps and holes, and all of a sudden your confidence in yourself, in your program, in what it is that you do starts to drop. And I want you to know that that's normal. You look at the Dunning-Kruger Effect. It's a proven fact that when you start our program, you are going to go through confidence. I'm starting. Yes, I've signed up to the right program. And then your mind is going to make you realize that you don't know as much as you thought you are. It's going to take longer than a week. Even though I thought I'd get it in a month, I'll get people who come into their onboarding call, I'll do it in 6 weeks. Until they start doing it and they realize to do it well, I need to learn it well, and it's going to take a little longer. That's why we have a 12-month long program. Because we know we're not setting you up for success if we're lying to you and tell you it's going to happen in 2 weeks. So the Dunning-Kruger Effect is a phenomenon. You can go out and Google it and watch all the videos. I was fascinated by it when I first learnt about it. And I started to understand why every time I take on a new project, why do I feel that way? Because, well, I've got to learn new things all over again. All right, guys, there we go. That is today's topic on first ESIP, keeping your head above the line thinking. And if you are beginning in our program or beginning in any new project, just be aware that you may be suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect. And I don't want you to give up, because as you keep progressing, The only thing that can fix that is time and doing the system. That's the only way that's going to fix it. If you quit and your brain or a feeling comes in and that feeling makes you then think. So you get a feeling and then you think, oh, I'm useless, it's no good, and all these thoughts run through your head that you feel that you can't control. It's what you do with that. The next thing is with the action you take moving forward. Are you going to quit? Are you going to go and have a Netflix day? Or are you going to have a Netflix week or month? One Netflix day is serving you. I do them. I send Kat a special message. We have a secret word when I need to be left alone. And I can do a day, maybe two. After that, it's no longer serving me. It's now just holding me back. And same for you. So you can stop, smell the flowers or watch the Netflix. But make sure it doesn't go on for too long because time passes. And the only way is to then get back into the system and implement and keep working on your grey matter, baby. All right, there we go, guys. Thanks, everyone, for joining us in regards to this lesson. If you want to find out more information about us, we have a program that is running. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks. It is called the Freedom Funnel Formula. And if you head to the Freedom Funnel Formula, you're going to be able to join. I'm going to teach you our system. I'm going to show you the complete system that we use in our business and we use in other people's businesses that help them to grow to 6 and 7 figures. And it comes to the mindset as well. We dive into mindset in that training as well. So if you'd like to learn more, make sure you register at the freedomfunnelformula.com and come and join us. It's loads of fun. Business should be fun. We play games, we have prizes and lots of great stuff. And we go live in the Zoom room every day and answer your questions as you're working through this training. It's totally free. So come join us. If you are somebody who truly wants to grow a 7-figure business, you've got an offer, you're already working and you're like, I just want to stop spinning my wheels. I need a system. I need a plan. Well, we've got the system and the plan and we'd love to teach it to you. So come and join us so then you can start implementing the plan that will help you help all the people. All right, guys. So let's head on over. And this is what happens. We head into the VIP room right now. Hey, VIPs, come on back. And anyone out there watching right now who is in the VIP room, please come in now. Come on over. I want to get there was a lot of people in here and I think they've either jumped out to go watch the live stream because it's clearer or they're coming back for the hour off. But guys, come in and tell me. I want to hear your key takeaways from this morning. Trisha, let us know, babe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I really needed this lesson today.
Nice.
Really needed it. Yeah. So, to me, the environment, I need to get my head in the game.
Mm-hmm.
More.
Yeah.
And definitely need to look at that, get that grey matter working back. Yeah.
I saw you in the session with Jackie on Friday. How was that for you, being in with Jackie? What did you learn there?
It was good. It was, and you know what the thing is? That yesterday when I stumbled around, I forgot to use it. So I'll flip back into that today.
Yeah.
And to see how that makes a difference with that.
Yeah, excellent. And from today's session, what was one big key takeaway that you learned?
That you do need to get the above the line in place.
Yeah. And we find that, like, as people come through our program, they're like, oh, my God, like, you're making me do all of these forms and interviews because it's the foundational stuff, like we're reverse engineering what it is that we're building so that the system works. I've had a few submissions come in where they're literally just talking to me, like saying, and they're filled in the form, I have the program, I already know what it's all about. But that's no help, because not only are the all the forms I'm getting you to fill out, that actually becomes an SOP in your business. So as you scale and grow your business, those documents become things that you can give to your team and your copywriter. And, everybody who joins your team should read those main documents that I get you to complete. Yes, they change and they grow, but somebody who doesn't know your business should be able to read them and get a pretty decent idea about who your ideal client is, what your offer is, what your marketing method is, and how you implement it. So it doesn't mean they have to be perfect. Remember, our live event is messy, okay? Our very first live event is messy. But get them in and you will continue to optimize them with time. Like, I've rewritten those documents so many times and revised the way I do the document so many times. But having that as an SOP, you're actually future pacing yourself. So you don't have as many systems and processes to build once you start bringing in a team. So whereabouts are you in regards to actually filling in the documents? Because I don't think I've read any of your submissions yet.
No. And yes, last week I was supposed to do my message mining and get that done. That's on my list again this week.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that will happen this week because I also got some money-making activities that I out of the way last week that I needed to do. So that's in my other business stuff.
Yeah.
And it just took priority.
Yeah.
Over that.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, I mean, we'll be setting our goals shortly when we go dark, but I'll definitely be following up with you on that one, because if you...
No, and that's what it's all about, though. It is what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Sarah, what was a key takeaway for you this morning? It was a little something different.
Well, it's comforting to me to know that there is official name for what I'm going through and that it's not just me. I've been working with you for a while, and I came in and I was all hyped up about my idea and I was going to do it, and I'm struggling a little bit right now. So it's encouraging to know that there should be an upward swing if I take care of myself and focus on the things I need to focus on. So,
yeah.
I'm starting to make a bigger priority on my mindset work, and that's going to become a permanent part of my goals, because I think that's an area that I really need to work on.
Yeah. And we don't realize it until, things stop moving, and it's in the recognizing that that's what you need. Like, I always think my dad is extremely intelligent. He's got a high IQ. He's very smart. He can make anything. But in regards to emotional side, if he's in a bad mood and it's affecting everybody around him, or, he's not doing things, he's not aware that he's going through these things, and then it's starting to affect everybody else. So he's got a low EQ, emotional intelligence. And it's in that high emotional intelligence that allows us to actually step outside ourselves sometimes and go, that's what you're doing wrong, Sally. You start coaching yourself a little bit, and then you go and find somebody who's a professional. And that's why Jackie's sessions on a Friday are super important. You guys are we're paying Jackie to teach and help and support your mindset, because even I stalk in the background of those sessions and learn new frameworks from her all the time. And I'm a certified professional life coach. But it never hurts. Always turn up with your student hat on, and definitely utilize. I think you came in a little later. Was that you who came in a little later? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have an alarm set on my calendar.
Yeah.
It was on there, but I didn't realize it was starting so soon.
Well,
So I was
also,
gonna check.
another thing is we've started the new Slack channel for you guys. So every time one of those sessions start, we actually had a team meeting about it this week, and they're all going to at everybody. So you will get a ping on Slack. So make sure you've got your notifications on Slack turned on and have them on your phone, because we'll always ping everybody who's in the program so they don't miss out on any of the actual expert sessions as well.
That'd be great.
All right. We've got Robin here saying, it's normal to lose confidence as you move into a transition. Yes, Robin, I love that. You should come back in, babe. I do. It is. As we transition, the good things in life happen on the other side of the uncomfort zone. It's when we take a risk, that's where all the good things happen. Even if we're not comfortable, we still go through the uncomfort. It's like whenever I explain this is what I always picture. Like I picture a train on a track. Okay, I picture this train on a track, and ahead is a dark, scary cave. And the train has to go through this big, dark, it's giving me goosebumps. I've never shared this before, but every time I think about going through your uncomfort zone to get to the other side, it's because of that big, dark, scary cave ahead. Now, the train is on the tracks. The train cannot go around. The train has to go through the big, dark, scary place. And if they don't go through the big, dark, scary place, they end up off the tracks, falling down the mountain, crashing and burning, and everybody dies. So it's literally giving me goosebumps, because it's always this vision I have in my mind when I think of your uncomfort zone. It's you've got to go through that big, scary cave. You've got to trust that you will stay on the tracks and the driver's supporting you and you're getting through, and the other passengers are there going, we can do this. I know it's dark and scary, but let's do this together. And just trusting in the process. And on the other side is a beautiful rainbow. The other side of the hill, you're all safe. Nobody died. But it was super uncomfortable and scary, but nobody died. We're all good, and we got to the other side. So whenever you think about it, just trust the process. And I know inside of our program, you guys, how often do you hear me say, and even you guys repeat it to me all the time, just trust the process. I trust the process. What do you reckon, Sarah? Awesome. I see Angela's joined us as well. Hello, Angela. Lovely to see you joining us. How are you going with the program, and what was your key takeaway from this morning? I'm waiting for her to come on with her palm trees and beautiful.
I just jumped on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get far, but it has been rough for me. So.
All right. Well, we can talk about that when we go dark, if you like. Let me help you get back on track. How's that sound?
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. So everybody out there on the live stream, if you've got any questions, please jump and throw a cue in the chat box, and I'm happy to help them. Monica says, hi, soon, good times. Yes, Jackie's session. Yes, you can totally watch the replays. So what I'll do is I'll inside of the Academy, you can actually go to the replay section. We saw all of the sessions with the mentors inside of the library, and it's totally searchable as well. So when you're actually in there, you can search for a keyword or a key phrase, and it'll take you to exactly where you need to be. Oh, Robin goes, she's coming in the second hour. Excellent. We'll see you in the second hour. Everybody out on the live stream, say hi. Don't be shy. I see all your heads. I see them all. Please let me know who you are and where you're joining us from. So what I want everyone to do moving forward is I really want you to start thinking to yourself about your mindset, your processes and systems, and how you're implementing. If you're constantly jumping into doing without a real plan, or jumping from course to course, or coach to coach, I recommend pick one, right? Just get that one thing and dial it right in. You see, every coach that is successful and has a proven path and a proven formula, what happens and what I see people doing when they're jumping from coach to coach to course is they don't actually finish the process. It's like when you're baking a cake and you put in the flour and the eggs and then you walk away, right? You don't follow the rest of the recipe. So you don't end up with the cake that you can feed to everybody, right? We can even put ESIP into making a cake. E, I choose that I want to bake a cake because I'm going to feed everyone and I want to be fed this beautiful chocolate cake. S, the system. I need to find a recipe to follow that will bake the cake. The I, the doing, the actual putting and cracking the eggs and sticking it in the oven and pulling it out. And the P, the people, we all sit around the table together and we eat the cake. You see, you can put ESIP into literally everything. You want to renovate a caravan. E, I want to renovate a caravan. And I need to keep on path, on track, so that I don't get too tired and exhausted. So I keep remembering that, there is a goal at the end of this beautifully renovated caravan every time something falls out. So I keep my mind in the game. The S, what tools do I need to make it? What cabinets do I need? Which way do I pull apart the caravan? Which things am I going to put back in the caravan? Who do I need to hire? The systems and the process. Then the doing, the hiring, the building, the pulling apart and all the things until you have this finished caravan. And guess what? The P, you get to get in the caravan, travel around the country and meet lots of people. You see, ESIP can be used in literally everything. Right. So I always bring it back to ESIP. It is something that I learned as when I did my life coach certification. It was a framework that I learned, and I pull it out and I teach it inside of our program, that as you're building out your messaging, your offer, your live event, as you're doing all of those things, you are bringing everything back into that system. And just ask yourself, am I head in it? Have I got that plan? Am I following the plan the way I'm supposed to follow the plan? Am I doing the doing so I can get that result, the P, the people, and help everybody? All right. So while we're live, what I thought I might do is, because you're all a little quieter than normal, I don't know what's going on today. Why is everyone so quiet? Is there a public holiday in the world? I don't know. What quieter? Normally I'm like going overtime thinking, we haven't done the doing. What I thought we might do is, so that I can also help everybody out there as well, I'm going to talk about our Monday goals. And this is also for those inside the Facebook group. So now normally we do this in the group and we post in the group. But hey, I like to do and make stuff, right, for our program. So guess what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to swap some profiles and get up the right screen. But I'm going to also make a lesson for the Freedom Funnel Academy, right? Because we're in the middle of building right now. So I just had a crazy thought, since you're all so quiet today, that I might actually film one of the lessons. So to do the lesson, I need to set a few things up. So bear with me while I set up a scene, and I'm just going to go into the Sparkle Elite group in Facebook. Now, make sure that my scene is clean. We can drop that in. We can make this bigger like that. Okay. And that needs to come down. Just bear with me while I set up my scene. You're probably like, what is she doing? She's making a scene. All right. So I'm making a scene for what's going to go into the Freedom Funnel Academy. I'm just going to mute in case people are jumping in and out of the room, so I won't be able to hear anybody. But I'm talking about the VIPs right now, and I'm going to go back to set up my scenes and my main camera. And first I'm going to scroll to where I need to be. Okay, it's right just under there, which is really good. It's in a good spot. All right, so we're going to start with this camera. I think I like this one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Where is the right camera? Actually, we can turn that off. Let's turn that off, and then you can see me without all the scribble. All right, here we go. We're going to film a lesson for the Freedom Funnel Academy. This is what we call getting shit done. Imperfect action. Didn't even know I was going to do this morning. Lucky I look half okay. I found my sparkle necklace I haven't seen for like 2 years. Hey, Deborah. All right. As part of this program, I really want you to set weekly goals. You must. We're going to hold you accountable every single week to your weekly goals. And if you want help to do them, you can join us in our weekly mentoring session. Now, it happens on a Tuesday for those in Australia and a Monday for those in America and Canada and those on the other side of the world who live in the past. Make sure that, of course, you've installed the Freedom Funnel Academy calendar into your own Google Calendar, so you'll be able to see where it is. Plus, we'll also send you a notification when we're running that session via your Slack channel. So you'll get an at everyone where we tag and ping you as well. But the goal of this is we want you to set yourself a weekly goal of 3 to 5 non-negotiable goals. And let me jump over into the Facebook group now and actually show you what the post looks like and how you actually set those goals so that they're tangible goals and not just a pipe dream. So here we are inside of our wonderful Facebook group, and what you'll do is every Monday here in Australia, we put a post up for you. And you'll see this one here, as of today, was Monday the 4th. Today in Australia, we're in the future, baby. It's actually Tuesday the 5th. But a new post will go up every single week, and this is where you will, look, we've already got somebody in here that has put in their goals. Now, under here, I want you to read this, but you will have your 90-day goals, right, that you have set. Everyone should have a 90-day plan at the minimum. A 1-year plan is great, but also at least what you're going to do for the next 90 days. You can look at that 90-day plan and then chunk it down into what needs to happen each month to achieve the goal. And then every Monday, I want you to come in each week and I want you to choose between 3 to 5. Now read this. Most important, non-negotiable. Has to happen, absolutely must be done. Okay, so that you can grow yourself and your business. And when you're choosing and writing your goals, I want you to number them. So when I come back and check in with you, I'm going to go, how did you go with 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever? And you're going to write back to me and tell me how you went. This is how we hold you accountable. Literally, it doesn't take you long to write them. It's the actual doing. And if you don't put them down, if you don't write them, you aren't committing to anything. So you have to do this every week. You're paying us to help you be accountable. I can give you all the tools and the resources, but you have to do the implementation, right? You have to do the doing. Now, when you choose your categories, I want you to choose at least a marketing one and at least a sales one, because 80% of your time should be spent in sales and marketing, because we can't make money without marketing and sales. Then 20% of your time you're allowed to spend in education, and your innovation, well, that is what you're doing inside our program. you're making a new system which actually helps to support your marketing and sales. I don't want you going and building any new things right now, or it's taking you away from the main goal at hand. Okay? So 70%, 20%, and 10%. Okay, but a lot of this, if you don't do any innovation and it's all focused on building funnels and doing the things that helping and supporting these, then that's fine. Once you're making money, you can hire people and start spending more time in innovation. Then when you write your goals, I've got some examples here. A marketing goal is to review your KPIs for a webinar and see that you hit your 5% conversion. And then, on the end of that would be then to plan how you're going to do it better next time. For education, you could be completing a certain task inside of the Freedom Funnel Academy. Marketing. Now, if you read this one, it's not just a pipe dream, I want to create 3 podcasts. I actually want to create 3 podcast episodes on and edit them and write show notes and schedule them. I want you to think, how far can I get till I plan it as being done, right? And then sales could be, write a book, book 8 calls, conduct 5, close 3. It's a goal, okay? You might book and then only get 4 show up and only close 1. But if you didn't try to book the 8, then you've got nothing to goal towards, all right? In innovation, I've given an example of write a first draft of your book, but honestly, at the moment, if you're in the Freedom Funnel Academy and you haven't been through the first phases to get to the to the review, measure and optimize stage, you shouldn't be doing anything else. You still have to look after your customers, but you should not be doing anything else until you have launched your first live event. Then, sure, we're going to plan and review and we're going to optimize it, but that first building is going to take up all of your time. Okay, then what you're going to do is you'll see there is a template you can use if you want something pretty to write your goals on. Some people like it because, they can print them out and look back over time, and you can come in here and edit and type in your goals. You can cross-check and make sure that they're SMART goals. And then this actually, again, tells you how we help you. So once you've done your goals, we're actually going to tag those people as well who did their goals last week. So I'll come in here later today and I'll tag everybody who posted their goals last week. And that's another way we can hold you accountable, is if you post them last week, we're going to tag you next week so you don't forget. Okay. And then after that, on the Friday, we do a follow-up post. So what we do is we look at Monday's post and we look at every single person who posted, and then down here, I'm going to come in and ask you, how did you go with those goals? So Sarah, Robin's answered. I love that. So you can come in and I'm holding you accountable. Now, not only is this is good for you, but also what I want you to do is, you see all of these posts, you can come back and look through them. And we can see how far you have come in the time that you spend with us. So think about it. Imagine going back in 12 months' time and looking at your first set of goals and seeing how far you have come. So I want you now to pull out your phone. Everybody now, pull out your phone. And I want you to open up your calendar, and on Monday morning, after you've done your meditation and whatever you do in the morning, I want your first goal is to sit down and write your 5 non-negotiable goals. So pop it in your calendar right now. Come on, do the doing. I'm giving you the system to help keep your head in the game. So I want you to do the doing and create a reoccurring event that notifies you every Monday at whatever time to come into the group, even link to the group to make it easier for you in your reminder to come in and write your goals. You doing it? Excellent. All right. So before you go anywhere else, make sure you get that doing done. And if you are joining us for the very first time, I want you to stop for a moment and I want you to go and find this week's post, even if it's on a Wednesday. And I want you to go and post on it right now. Just with a couple of things. Better to be something than nothing. Even if you're not sure where you're going right now, go and post something. I can't wait to read them. I can't wait to follow up. And I can't wait to be reading back in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months' time with you to see how far you've come. All right, there we go. That's a lesson for the Academy. Kat, can you please put that in into the notes so I know I need to pull that out or get Joyce to pull it out. Actually, can you please make a note for Joyce to pull it out of this session and for the school? Thank you. All right, coming back to the VIP room. Hello, VIPs. All right, VIPs. Key takeaways from the lesson. Just that little one that we put inside of the class. Come on, everyone's so quiet. Deborah's joined us. Hey, Deborah. Did you watch any of the lessons earlier as well? Hang on. It's doing something weird again for me. It's doing the... Oh, because I turned you all down in case you jumped in. All right. Hey, Deborah, how are you?
Hey, I love setting my goals. I'm finding out on setting goals that it keeps me really motivated, but I'm setting my goals way too big. It's like I want to do this, this, and this.
I so should have put that in the video. Actually, I'm going to go back and just re-record something. And Kat, can you also tell Joyce I want it to go in before the end, if she can slot this in, because there is another thing that I always talk about for you guys inside the room, and I totally forgot about it. Now, when you're setting these goals, I want you to also remember that it is only a week. It's 5 days. And you see, what us humans, business owners tend to do is we tend to overestimate what we can do in a short amount of time, but then we underestimate what we can achieve in a large, like 12-month, 10-year plan. So when you're setting your weekly goals, I also want you to remember it's only 5 days. And that's why they are 3 to 5 non-negotiables. So before you write them down, I want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, can I achieve that? One of the smart things is that it's achievable. And remember, these goals are only for 1 week. Yes, you still can look at your 1 month plan and your 90-day rocks, the things you really want to hit, but it's only 5 days. So please don't because you see, you actually want to try and win as many of your weeklies as you can. Now, you may not always hit your monthly and your quarterly goals, but you do want to try to hit as many of the 3 to 5 as you can every week. Now, I'm not saying you're going to hit every single one of those goals, but you need to set them in a way that you are actually having wins, because what you'll do is you'll set yourself up to not want to set goals because you never hit your goals. So even if it's just as small as book 2 sales calls for the week, you hit it, you think, hey, I made the 2. Well, next week, you know what? I'll try for 3 because I realize that I can do 2. And then if you start saying, I want to book 20 and you can't hit it, well, let's make them tangible that you can actually get there. So please don't make them too big because it's only 5 days. I'm not asking you to tell me what you're going to do in the next 12 months. All right. So, Joyce, please put that somewhere in before the finish. I'm going to come back to the room. That was a really good point Deborah made, so thank you. Because I always tell you in the room, don't I? Don't make them too big. So thank you for the reminder. So Deborah, Erin, what about you, honey? What's a key takeaway you've got from this morning?
I actually missed most of it, so I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to jump on when I could. So this week, Michael, I'm just sort of breathing after last week. I did my 12 hours. It went pretty well. So I want to jump in with you and kind of assess how it went, and just kind of an assessment week, catch up on the Freedom Funnel stuff, and more planning week to figure out where to go from here.
Yeah.
What worked, what didn't work, and start to work on that game plan.
Yeah.
Based on the feedback I was getting.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to reviewing and, optimizing and looking at numbers and all those things. I can't wait. That's awesome. I love this stage. And I'm just going to put it out there, whether it was a success or not a success in regards to the numbers, it's always a success because we're going to learn so much. Yeah. Right? We're going to learn so much that we can improve on. Sarah, what about you? How are you going with your goal setting? I've been noticing you have been putting your goals in every week. And we will be doing it soon. We're about to go dark, actually. What I might do is let's set up for going dark. And then, all right, so everyone who's been following along today, thank you for making it all the way to the end. We're actually going to go dark. We're going to set more goals. And also we're going to, Robin's going to come back in and join us because she said she was. Somebody said, is this live? Yes, it is live. We are live here, same time every week. Watching from America. Awesome. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going dark with our VIPs. The rest of the VIPs who like to come on in the dark time, on the dark side of the moon. My daughter's actually writing a project on Pink Floyd right now. I'm really excited because they're one of my favorite bands. So we're going dark. But for everybody else, you've seen the system for goal setting. So if you're going to set your goals this week, I want you to tag me. All right, so I can at least see them. Even if you're not inside of the academy, somewhere out there in the big wide world, tag me. Show me that you've physically written them down. It gets me excited because when I come in here and I teach live, it's not to sell you. I'm practicing good karma here. It's about paying it forward. My goal is that you take something away from everything that I've taught today. I've taught a lot of things. And actually, you've got a system, one of the systems I've taught you today, and then I want you to implement it so that you get that momentum and the movement forward. All right, guys, as always, and never let anyone dull your sparkle. Make sure you get at least one income-producing activity done each and every day. And I have no out screen. I say this every week. Kat, can you please put in my projects to make an out screen for Monday mentoring? I'm literally working with my team right now, getting them to tell me all the jobs that need to be done. I need an out screen. What an out screen is, it's like an overlay that comes in that says thanks for watching and the music plays and I wave and say goodbye and it looks real awesome. But I don't have one. So what I'm going to do is just do my normal outro. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Make sure you get at least one income producing. Oh, Joyce, I just remember what I haven't done. If you want any more information or you would like more information on this topic, then click one of these little buttons up here and go to the next video and check it on out. There you go, Joyce. I did it. All right, this is my girls editing our videos later on. See, this is what you live stream for, guys, because you can take the content and repurpose the hell out of that stuff. All right, never let anyone dull your sparkle. Get one income producing activity done each and every day so you can pat yourself on the back when you go to bed and go, I would have hired me today. Have a great gut day, guys, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye.